Really, you go back to 1980 and before, we were very much a bedroom community to Oklahoma City. We've been working very hard together to promote economic development, and Moore has gone through one of the top areas in the metro, Oklahoma City metro. Unfortunately, we do have a history of tornadoes. We've had 3 in the last 15 years. 2 of those 3 are 2 of the worst that's ever hit the planet Earth. By 2013, we're beginning to ask some questions of each other, the city leadership. We can no longer ignore this. We can't say this is a one-time event. We can't say this isn't going to happen again, because it continues to happen. To sit here and do nothing is not an option.
The manager come to me and he says, you need to get a committee together. Mayor and councils gave me direction. We're going to beef up the building code. Our first meeting, we set the criteria of what we were trying to accomplish to build a residential home that would withstand 135-mile-an-hour wind speed.
I was approached by the city of Moore. They were looking for a rational method. They had heard I'd been working in this area. They asked me if I could do it, asked for a time frame, and then let me and my team get down to the nuts and bolts of running through the data. I was here the next morning and we had a house with the slab essentially wiped clean. It was EF5 damage, and 70 feet away, same type of stock, you had an EF2. Now the wind speed didn't change in 70 feet, not 100 miles an hour. So I started to consider that there was a rational way to approach making a home that could survive closer into the core, which would narrow the damage path that this tornado is going to leave on the ground and severely reduce risk to life and structure. It's basically to go to an entire continuous bracing system.
The biggest difference is in the framing, with some more tie-ins, especially between the walls and the roofing, strengthening any openings, framed openings, windows and doors. One of the other major things is the garage door. We have found that if the garage door goes, the house goes.
It's just an education process. Some of the framing issues is just a matter of just changing the way the framers and some of the contractors think. And it's not even a big cost issue, it's just an educational process.
Our research shows that you can do it for a cost of roughly $1 a square foot.
It's extremely satisfying. When we see the stats and the figures that our professor was able to show us, even a small percentage of new homes being built with these codes still saves a lot of damage.
I grew up here. I'm a graduate of Moore High School. I've lived here my entire life. I'm proud of the fact that I was a part of this change.